And if you can't get ratchet,
you gonna learn today.
and if you can't get
You
ratchet,
gonna learn today.
and if you can't get
You
ratchet,
gonna learn today.
hey.
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
What up, everybody in the YTBC? So, today I would like to talk about the difference between love and hate. So, yesterday, somebody commented on one of my videos. I don't remember their name because I deleted the comment because it was ridiculous. It's a comment that I was just like, I thought about it. I even asked the person to explain themselves. And after about an hour not getting a response, I thought about it and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and delete this comment. I'm not really interested to hear what this person has to say because this person is just not a very smart individual to begin with to even make the statement that they made. It was on my video about Keith Thurman. You know, somebody asking who did he beat, and I made a very respectful video about it, and you know, made my points. And the name of the person who asked that question, their profile name is Beyonce Wilder, and then there's something in parentheses. I think it's actually a pretty funny name, but nonetheless, they commented on my video and they were very nice, you know. But this other person, don't remember their name. Like I said, I really don't know what their name is because they're just, you'll see what I'm talking about. So the comment that they left is that there's a whole bunch of booty loving over here. He's referring to my video. Now, here's the funny thing. In that video, I said that Keith Thurman is, that I am a Keith Thurman fan. Alright, and I let you know that from the beginning of the video because you need to understand what perspective my videos come from. Okay? That way, if there's any kind of bias in the video, I already warned you that there would be some kind of bias there. You know? Because bias is not necessarily bad. But it is the uploader's responsibility to let you know that they have some kind of bias. Okay, so that's why I did that. You know? Now, after letting you know that I'm a Keith Thurman fan, there was some points that I made. One of those points was, you know, Keith Thurman was named the #1 welterweight in the world recently, and that I disagree with it. And I gave my reasons why. Now, I'm a Keith Thurman fan, okay? Keith Thurman is probably my favorite active fighter right now. It used to be Manny Pacquiao. Now it's Keith Thurman. So even after admitting that I am a Keith Thurman fan, I still have my criticisms of Keith Thurman. I also said that he needed to be more active. I also said that. And I said that if I had to pick who I thought was the best welterweight at this time, I said I would have to go with Timothy Bradley. I really don't know how there was any kind of quote-unquote booty loving going on. It doesn't make any sense. And if you're going to insult somebody, why? This is what I don't understand. We have a whole bunch of grown men on YouTube who discuss boxing, which is a combat sport. We're supposed to be considered a man sport. But you have all these grown men acting like children. The only insult you can come up with are insults that have to do with homosexuality. That's middle school stuff. Listen to somebody in middle school. When they don't like something, they say, that's gay. That's gay. I've said it when I was in middle school. But I grew up. Some of these grown men have not grown up. The only insult, they don't like what you say. First off, the fact that they can't accept that you have your own opinion is just childish in itself. But then they insult you on it, which brings it to another level of being childish. And then that insult is that you're gay. Me, when I want to insult somebody, I don't go straight for their sexuality, because on YouTube you can't tell what somebody's sexuality is unless they tell you. Now, the telltale signs are there that I'm straight. Bi at best, or at worst. Because I've mentioned multiple times I have a girlfriend, and I've also mentioned that I'm a Christian, so that kind of the signs of, or so what I'm looking for, like, generally speaking, people of that religion are against, are not for anything that is not straight. Okay, now, I'm not hateful toward anybody who has a different sexual orientation, because I do believe in free will. So whatever decisions you make, that's all on you. But as for me, I don't believe that the lifestyle is natural, and that's just my belief. Okay? So given these facts, I don't know why this person would make these comments. It just, so you have to roll out that he's legitimately calling me gay, and then it doesn't make sense to say that I'm all up on Keith Thurman's junk because I'm criticizing him. I gave my reasons why, all I did was mention what he did do. And the things that I said he did do were not lies. He did put himself in a position to be number one contender for Mayweather. And I even mentioned the fact that Amir Khan did the same thing, and that based on their resumes, I think Amir Khan deserved the fight first. And that I would have liked to see both fights happen. But this person, I guess they didn't listen to the video and just saw the words one-time army and figured that I was just going to, talk up Keith Thurman. It's either that or they're just not very smart. So one other thing I wanted to touch on, because I don't have a whole lot of time, is I'm also hearing a lot of uploaders say that, there's a bunch of Ward haters because he's being criticized for fighting Alexander Brand. I am one of those criticizers. Now, I'm also a Ward fan. And just like Keith Thurman gets criticized, and that's my favorite fighter. Okay, Ward's not my favorite fighter. I like Ward. I am a Ward fan, but he's not my favorite fighter. If you think I'm going to criticize my favorite fighter, but not criticize another fighter who's not, they got another thing coming. Now, the people that I hear saying, they're not specifically calling me out. They may be talking about actual haters, because I do know that Ward does have actual haters. And the difference between criticism and hating is criticism is legit. I want this fighter to do better. I know they can do better. Absolute hate is when no matter what that fighter does, they're not going to get props from this person. That person's not going to give them props. That's just hate. No matter what they do, they're not going to give them props. I gave Ward all the credit in the world for beating Barrera. But I'm not going to give him credit for beating Brand. Even I heard BoxRec don't even have this fight listed, and I'm not one of these uploaders who goes to BoxRec every day. But that kind of tells you something. It kind of tells you something when they don't even want to, like, they're looking past this fight. Their next fight, their listing is Kovalev. So that kind of tells you something. It's not just hate. This is real criticism, and there is a difference. So I heard one uploader start saying, it is what it is, and then started talking about Triple G cherry picking, and he mentioned Martin Murray, who was a champion when Triple G beat him, if I'm not mistaken. He mentioned Dominic Wade, who was a mandatory, meaning he was mandated to fight him. Okay? He didn't pick to fight him, and the key word in cherry pick is pick. Not every fighter gets to pick all of their opponents like Floyd Mayweather did. And I'm not taking jabs at this particular uploader. I don't have a problem with them. I disagree with them on many points, but I've never gone and disrespected them. I've never called them out, and I don't plan on doing that, not even on this video. I'm saying it respectfully. There is a difference. And as grown men, I think we should already have the ability to tell the difference between love and hate. Okay? What love actually is and what hate actually is. It's very, very simple. If somebody is criticizing Ward, A, it could be their opinion. B, it could be legitimate criticisms. I'm a Triple G fan as well, and just to give you my take here, or to let you know my perspective, because I do feel it's my responsibility to let you know this when you're listening to this video, is that I like Triple G more than Ward. Not saying I think he would beat him, just as a fan, I like Triple G more. And that's all there is to it. I like his style more. And I like the fact that he is trying to become undisputed. Okay? I see criticism of Triple G all the time. But I don't go and call these people haters. John Boxing, big shout out to him, much respect to him. He'll tell you firsthand that I do not try to cut people's throats just because they're criticizing Triple G, because I feel that a lot of the criticisms I'm hearing is valid. Now, I don't agree with everything. Like, if you're gonna call Dominic Wade a cherry pick, I don't agree with that, because it wasn't a cherry pick, it was a mandated fight. My problem is, when it comes to that fight, my problem not with Triple G, is with the sanctioning body. I don't even remember what sanctioning body it was. I think it was the IBF or the WBA. I don't remember. But either way, it was the sanctioning body that mandated him to fight Dominic Wade. Okay? Now, I'll be honest, I haven't done a whole lot of research on the Ward Brand situation. But I can tell you, even without doing research, there is not a single sanctioning body that is going to mandate Andre Ward to fight, because Andre Ward is not a champion at this point. When I say a champion, I'm not talking about his legacy. We all know his legacy. He won the Super 6. I'm not taking that away from him. But as far as like holding a title in light heavyweight, he does not hold a title currently. Okay, so he wouldn't be mandated to fight #1 contenders, but he could be mandated to fight eliminators. Okay? I know this. There's not a single sanctioning body that is going to mandate an eliminator between a #1 contender and somebody who just breaks the top 25 in the division lower than them. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't make any sense why it would. So to put Alexander Brand over, acting like that is a better cherry pick than Dominic Wade or Martin Murray. Like I said, Martin Murray was a champion. Okay? Now, whether you know who he is or not, to be honest, is irrelevant. Because that I'm not interested in popularity. The name of the game is boxing, and you can't play boxing. You fight. So it doesn't matter how popular somebody is. They can go in the ring and get their ass whooped just like anybody else. Okay? So that being said, I don't think it's a fair argument, respectfully, because like I said, if that individual sees this video, I don't want them to take it the wrong way. Now, any criticisms they have of Triple G is fine. And anybody else, I'm not trying to debate nobody on Triple G. I like Triple G. I like what he's trying to do, but I'm not trying to debate his resume or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that he has a better resume than anybody else. But just logically speaking, it doesn't make sense to compare those situations because they're very different. Triple G did not pick Dominic Wade. And it's like I said, there's no official word, but I can pretty much guarantee they're not going to mandate. That fight wasn't an eliminator mandated by any sanctioning body between Andre Ward and Alexander Brand. So this is my video about love and hate. I really hope this resonates with people in the community, because there's no reason to insult people when, one, they're not being over affectionate lovers of a fighter, and there's no reason to insult people because they have criticisms of your favorite fighter. All right? And I practice this. Like I said, you can ask anybody who criticizes Triple G if they've ever seen me on their channel trying to defend him. Anyways, to all my subscribers, anybody who watches my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble upon this video, hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.
And if you can't get ratchet, and if you can't get ratchet, and if you can't get ratchet, hey.